Welcome. Happy 4th of July. My name is Eski and I own an online-based record store out of the state of Washington. I am wearing my red, white, and blue, my stars and stripes. I have a baseball. I'm going to a baseball game later today to celebrate America's birthday. Making this video to share with you guys 20 records from my personal collection that I own that most remind me of America. They might be different from what you think, and there are a lot of things that I teetered on. I could have added some different things to the list, but these, in no particular order, are the ones that I settled on, that I own, that I have here. Let's see if you guys agree or disagree and have fun doing the list. Are you ready to go? Much better. Let's get into it. With that, we start off with the first record on the list in no particular order. This was released in 1965. It is Bob Dylan, Highway 61 Revisited. What is more American than folk music, rock and roll? This is the two of them combined. Highway 61 is literally an American highway that starts where Bob Dylan is from in Minnesota and works its way down along the Mississippi to the Delta area, New Orleans, where a lot of the artists that influenced Bob Dylan, a lot of blues artists, were born and grew up and wrote music. So very American. Bob Dylan, I don't know what portrays the American spirit more than I'm going to do what I want to do with his Going Electric. We all have seen the movie. Bob Dylan, Highway 61 Revisited, an American album. Next up on the list, when I think about America, I think about rock and roll. And when you think about rock and roll and who launched rock and roll into popular culture, that is the king, Elvis Presley. But no, I don't have an Elvis record on this list. I'm going to go with what influenced Elvis, and that is some American blues. I don't know what's more American than blues music. Not just influenced a lot of American music, but influenced a lot of great UK music as well. This is Howlin' Wolf. This is a 1950s copy of Howlin' Wolf, Moanin' in the Moonlight. Number 3 on our list. This one, I feel like is pretty predictable. You have to have some CCR, some Creedence Clearwater Revival when you're talking about most American bands, most American albums. This one is Willie and the Poor Boys, RTI cut by Kevin Gray. I am fortunate to have it. It has Fortunate Son on it as well. Number 4, we're staying in the South with this one. Lynyrd Skynyrd, Second Helping. It features the American anthem, or at least to me an American anthem, Sweet Home Alabama. Another one that probably came up in a lot of your minds when you're thinking about American albums. The most American bands, in my opinion, the Beach Boys, Pet Sounds. I don't know how I could do a list about American albums without having this album on it. Very, very West Coast surfer style music. Always reminds me of California and being near the ocean. For number 6, I went with a greatest hits album, and that's the greatest hits of Sly and the Family Stone. They didn't just blend musical genres. They were soul, they were funk, they were psychedelic. They also were very American in blending different races as well as different genders, forming Sly and the Family Stone, creating great dance and party music, a lot of iconic hits on here, but also not afraid to speak their minds, stand up for what they believe in, and talk about what was going on in America at the time. We lost Sly Stone last month along with Brian Wilson from the Beach Boys, and the fact that they are back to back and both on this list just shows how important they were to American music. So rest in peace to Sly and Brian. Number 7, we are going south in California and speeding up to the late 80s, NWA, Straight Outta Compton. Another one that is very important as far as speaking their minds, speaking out against police brutality, racial injustice, inequality. An album that really personifies freedom of speech and an important album in American history. So we're going to roll into number 8, another artist who just, they don't care what you think about them, and that is Johnny Cash. I don't know what's more American than the Man in Black. Johnny Cash, country music. I don't have a lot of country music in general. I have this one and one other one on my list here today, but Johnny Cash, American album. Number 9 on my list, this is the first rock and roll album. What I think about when I think of America first, as far as musical genres, is rock and roll. And this is a lot of rock and roll anthems on it. You have Sweet Child of Mine, Paradise City, Welcome to the Jungle. So Appetite for Destruction, Guns N' Roses, number 9. Number 10, we're going East Coast this time, New York and punk rock, Ramones Rocket to Russia, maybe one that you guys might not have guessed would be on the list, but there is a common theme with a lot of these albums, a lot of speak your own mind and freedom of speech, very American. So Rockets to Russia, Ramones, number 10 on the list. From Rockets to Russia to Bombs Over Baghdad, we have Outkast, Stankonia. I don't know if it's just the flag on the album cover, but something about this album feels American to me. It might just be when I grew up, just Miss Jackson, So Fresh, So Clean, Bombs Over Baghdad, those songs were so big and very summertime kind of feel to them, which is when the 4th of July obviously takes place. So just reminds me of America for whatever reason. I'm not really sure why, but it does. So Stankonia, Outkast, number 11 on the list. Number 12 on the list, in no particular order, I have the first female artist, and that is Dolly Parton. Jolene, I think probably her best album overall. Number 13, Green Day Dookie, an album that maybe you were not expecting to be on the list, but I feel like very much encompasses the 90s angsty pop punk era. Billy Joe, the lead singer of Green Day, definitely never shied away from sharing his opinion. Green Day in general reminds me very much of America. Following Green Day, we have Weezer, the Green Album at number 14. I feel like I could have picked the Blue Album here as well, but I went with this one. I feel like for my generation, Weezer has a lot of anthems, very American and very summery. Again, reminds me of 4th of July. So Weezer is number 14 on the list. Coming in at number 15 on the list is a box set. It is Wildflowers by Tom Petty, my favorite Tom Petty album. When you think about America, you often think about the American road trip, and who has more sing-alongable road trip songs than Tom Petty? Maybe not on this specific album, but this album mixes so many things that Tom was great at. Singer-songwriter, Americana, a little bit of folk, pop, rock, all mixed into one. Tom Petty and a great American artist. I thought he deserved to be on this list. When I think about American music, Wildflowers at number 15. At number 16, we have another box set, and this is Pearl Jam 10. Pearl Jam, in my opinion, is probably the greatest American rock band ever. So Pearl Jam 10, Pearl Jam just in general makes me think about American music. At number 17 on the list is Weird Al Yankovic, Dare to Be Stupid. He is a larger-than-life personality, a cult following, kind of American ingenuity for taking something and making it his own with his parody music, and is just kind of a big 80s, 90s pulp culture icon. At number 18, we have the Eagles, Hotel California, Palm Trees, Desert, California, a lot of American themes on this album. Hotel California title track, one of the greatest tracks ever written, in my opinion, with one of the best guitar solos. Coming in at number 19, John Cougar, American Fool, mostly because of the track Jack and Diane is on this album, and they're just two American kids doing the best they can. Number 20, last on the list, in no particular order, is the most predictable. A lot of Bruce Springsteen albums could have been on this list, but because of the cover art and the track Born in the USA, this album had to be on the list, so this is number 20. So that's my 20. There are a lot that I teetered and tottered on, including stuff by the White Stripes or Jack White, the Cars, the Doors, a great American band, REM, the Byrds, jazz record from like John Coltrane or Miles Davis, but those are the 20 that I settled on. Use your freedom of speech in the comments below and let me know if you agree or disagree, what I missed, what I hit on. Like, comment, subscribe, do all the things. Follow me on Instagram under the same name. And if you want to buy a record from me in the future, click the link in the description below to get you $15 off your first purchase. No strings attached. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate you. Happy 4th of July if you're in America. If you're not an American, I appreciate you so much for watching as well. And I hope to see you in my next video.